my name is Ashley Collins, aka The Onto Dragons. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. So I want to give you some first date tips. I don't know about you, but I still get super nervous anytime I go on a date. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the first date or the 20th, because I'm always like, oh my god, like I feel like I act so weird. I act like overly hyper. I laugh way too much. Sometimes I drink way too much. I'm just really trying to stop that. But here are some tips to make your first date something unforgettable, and hopefully they'll come back. Okay, so what are we going to wear? It definitely depends on the location. Like, usually first dates are held at a restaurant, so you're not gonna want to wear like a dress to to Applebee's. You know, like, it depends on what kind of restaurant that you're going to. Other than that, I say keep it simple. I think I'm mainly talking to women right now. Sorry guys. I say keep it simple. A nice tank top, nice top, and some high-waisted jeans. Okay? Now, how you smell is important because you want those natural pheromones to come off of your body so your partner can smell that. I had a dream last night, actually. I had a dream last night that apparently when you work out, it alters your pheromones, so like you smell a bit stronger to women or to men, etc., etc. I don't know if that's true or not, but like I was like, why was that in my dream? Okay, but anyway, you don't want to go too heavy with the perfume or cologne, because like I said, you want those natural pheromones to come out, so that they can decide in their mind whether you guys have chemistry or not based off of your smell. Plus, it just gets a little overwhelming. Like, it's very uncomfortable and kind of suffocating when like your partner like smells like they bathed in that stuff. You know, it's kind of like, I can't breathe. Now I want to really sit very far away from you. Who's going to pay for this first date? This is what I really, really wanted to talk about. I just got into a, I keep telling you guys I'm gonna stop getting in fights with people, but like sometimes like make things make sense, you know? They said that they don't follow traditional gender roles. They said that they don't follow traditional gender roles, and I was very confused because I'm like, I don't know what that means. Can you explain it to me? Can you define what traditional gender roles are? Because my first thought is like marriage. Women in the house cooking and cleaning, and the man out working, but we're not married. So when you talk about traditional gender roles, like, and we're just friends, what do you mean? You know? Like, elaborate, you know? I'm gonna hop back on that, but let's talk about the dating tips again. Is it okay to date multiple people at once? A lot of, I want to say 99% of people who I've asked that to have said yes. Why not? You guys have no commitment to each other, so have at it. It feels dishonest to me. I don't like dating multiple people at once, because then it's like I said, I know we have no obligation to each other, right? But when you keep your options so wide, right? Don't you think that it's very hard to nail it down to just one single individual? Or do you think that your ego becomes so inflated that you think that you're so desirable to everyone? Or don't you think that it gets a bit confusing? Because it's like, okay, so am I seeing Joe on Tuesday and then Bob on Wednesday? Or am I seeing Tony on Tuesday and then Bob on Thursday? It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel honest. And it kind of feels like you're playing with multiple people's feelings, because you're playing a different character to each of them. But which one is the real you? I don't like it. I'd rather not do it. I'd rather commit to one person. If that person doesn't deem me worthy, like I'm a fucking sword or something, then that's fine. That's on them. I hate that fucking phrase, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but it's true. Talking back about traditional gender roles. So I went to handy dandy Google to see what the fuck that definition means. And like I was saying, like, it was talking about women staying in the house, taking care of the kids, and the man being the provider. And my first thought was, this isn't the fucking 1920s. In America, no one is forcing you to do those roles. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on the individual relationship, because at the end of the day, gender roles are what helped build society. So in a way, they were extremely helpful for the time. You know what I'm saying? And then as we began to evolve, as our human brains began to evolve, we were like, oh wait, we could do more than one stuff at the same time. We could both share both responsibilities. And I don't know why that's become such a huge topic of discussion. Like I said, in America, it honestly feels like a cop out. It feels like a cop out for men because they're trying to avoid responsibility. It sounds like if I don't need you as a woman, right? I don't need you to hold open the door for me. Whatever. I don't know why that's a gender role. I think that's just being fucking polite. But whatever. I don't need that. I don't need your money. It's okay that I make more money than you, but it kind of worries me because it worries me having a society where there's no man who wants to take responsibility of taking care of the family, where it's just the women doing it for each other. I remember I was in a relationship once where I was the provider. A couple of times actually. I was the one who worked, and he stayed at home all day and played video games. No lie, I swear to God. Like I said, this happened a couple times, but I didn't mind. I didn't mind because you know what? I love to work. You know, and I don't want to fuck up his mental health issues. You know, I don't want to fucking shame him. But I found myself over time, I found myself starting to resent him and getting a little angry and starting to find him unattractive. Because it's like you're not going to make any effort to try to find a job at all. You're not going to do anything to try to take care of me. I think a lot of and this isn't what this is another issue I have with us doing movies that are dated, you know, because like we look at these examples of women who were like so downtrodden, like Little Women. It's like, oh, my future is for myself, and I want to be a boss one day. And that's not a line from Little Women, but it's like we're like, yeah, the man oppression. It's like, no, you're not oppressed, bro. You're fine. Like I said, in America, there's nothing stopping you from making more money than him. You know, there's nothing stopping you from from hiring a babysitter and traveling the world. There's nothing stopping you from that. So why do we continue playing this up like this is something that's mandatory? You know what phrase I hate that men fucking say? You're free to do whatever you want. It's a test. Just fucking say that. Like, why is it that, you know what, another thing that I think that men use that as a fucking pickup line. Like, you know, like, have you ever had a guy say that to you where he's like, yeah, I don't follow traditional gender roles. And it's like, oh my God, that's so sexy. It's okay that can be a strong, independent woman. What you're really saying is you don't want to do anything. What you really want to say, you know, like what you really want to say is, I don't want to do something to get you upset, so I'm just going to say what I think you want to hear. It's like you're daring a person to leave you when you say something like that. I dare you to leave me because I'm the catch. No, I'm the prize. Pursue me. Seek me out. I am the prize. And what kind of weak person are you that you don't want to chase over something that you want unless you don't really want it? And if you don't want it, just fucking say that. And I don't like the phrase man up, but I think we should start saying it more often. And there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Like men get awards all the time in the Oscars and Emmys and etc. for being vulnerable, for crying on camera. We love that. We want that. But also there's also if you're feeling that low, communicate that. Talk with your partner. And if your partner is not willing to listen to you, then they're not meant for you. I think that In order to raise a family, in order to have any kind of relationship, not just romantic, but like friendship wise, there has to be a yin and a yang. There has to be like, if you don't want to do this, I'll make up for that. If you don't want to do this, I'll make you. If I don't want to do this, you make up for it in this way. You dig? Like, going back to the traditional stereotypes, I can't cook. So if you want to be the cook of the relationship, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I know how to change a tire. I can do that part in the relationship. Like, there's no outside input, because this is our relationship, not theirs. And like I said, this isn't the 1920s. People have and are making this work. So why are you making it seem like, you know what I think it is? Like I said, I think men are trying to avoid responsibility and accountability, and women are like, that's fine, because I don't need you anymore. And then now we have aimless men wandering around who have no purpose. Purposeless men walking around because they have no one to provide for. They have no one to protect. Does that make sense? Like I was saying, gender roles were designed to help sustain the family. And they've adapted, they've upgraded. Whatever you decide for your relationship is fine, but you guys need to communicate that with each other. Okay. Why can't we both be strong? Why can't we both, carry the weight evenly, distribute the weight evenly together? And I think that we're doing that. And like I said, for some reason, a lot of us have the mindset that this is the 1920s when it's not. Pick the life you want. Pick the lifestyle that you want for your relationship, but don't try to impose that on others. You dig? And I was going to say, why don't you want to be a civilized man? And that's so sad. That's so sad that us women have to ask men to be men. I would rather not live in a female-dominated society. Call me a woman hater, that's fine. God, what kind of hater am I today? Someone told me the other day, you need time to heal. And I was like, what kind of cop-out is that? What kind of a cop-out sentence is that? Quoting something that you saw in a fucking TikTok. You know? Last thing, and then I must be going to work. I watched The Matrix Resurrection yesterday, and what was I? Yeah, I went on a date to see Matrix Resurrection, and it was great. We went to breakfast, and he paid for breakfast, and then we went to the movies, and I paid for the movie. It wasn't our first date together, but I want to show him that I don't need you for your money. I can take care of myself. I just want you around because I like having you around. And what I liked about The Matrix Resurrection was that the new module that Neil Patrick Harris's character had created couldn't have worked without Neo and Trinity. It had to be them together. And I thought that was so... That's what love is. We have to do stuff together. You can try to do it on your own, and I'm sure that you'll be great on your own. I'm sure you'll do great things on your own. But something will be missing in that part of your matrix, even though you're supposed to escape it. Did I interpret the movie right? I don't know. Probably not. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day that ends with a Y. Ciao.